Good evening, guys. My name is GreyWolf2484, and welcome back to another episode of Alpha to Omega. Today's episode should be episode 10. Today's just going to be kind of a catch-up episode. So, we are still going to LOSEC. We've just kind of come to an agreement that I need a little bit more money. And it's going to be kind of a boring episode. I'm not going to, make it too terribly long because it's going to be mining. A lot of mining. We realized a few things. One, the idea of running a support ship and an attacker in LOSEC is kind of a good idea if we had a bigger fleet. But just running two people, we're going to need both of us to be on point in case anybody decides they want to jump us. So, we're building a new ship. Said new ship is very expensive. Go ahead and show you guys the new ship. It's a Vexor. This Vexor, I took a little while to actually deliberate over and figure out what exactly I wanted to do on it. Uses medium armor maintenance bots to be able to effectively rep whoever I'm with. That's our way of repairing, which I figured works just as well as remote armor, except for the fact that I don't have to constantly keep them, under my thoughts. And then, right now, these guns only target within 6.95. So, we slap some antimatter on them, because they're already short range anyways. We're going to be right on top of whatever we're fighting. They're now 5.5M range, but look at our DPS. Our total DPS, with all of our attack drones running, is 187.5 DPS. Okay, so this ship, I went and checked its price in JITA. This ship is going to run 18.7 million. Right now, we are currently at 8.4. Okay, but this ship itself can rep itself. Has medium armor repair 1s. Okay, which is definitely better than the small armor repair 2s. It can target within 57.75. Its drones can be used within 55 kilometers. And the main way we've accomplished this, if you're just looking at a standard Vexor, is this little right here. Or no, it's this one. Medium drone control range augmenter. So what this does is this adds an additional, I think it's like 35 kilometers or something. Oh, additional 15 kilometers to our range. So without that, our range would only have been within... Brain do math. I'm tired this morning, guys. Sorry. It has been a long set of days, so you'll have to forgive me. But it would have been 40 kilometers. So I mean, that's not nothing to sneeze at. But at the same time, in all honesty, with this little chip here, where we can target, we can send our drones. We can't fire at what we're sending our drones at, but this allows me to be able to keep armor reps at a very long distance, and allows me to be able to keep attack bots out at a very long distance, right? Alright, so this ship actually has more armor than the SS Molduga, by having 6,744 HP. Now, granted, the SS Molduga resists shots a little better. This one just flat out tanks them. It doesn't care. Oh, cool. It'll tell you per second how much armor you can repair. I hadn't actually seen this. Huh. Okay, cool. But this is actually designed with PvP in mind. It actually has a faint epsilon scoped warp scrambler, which if I get on top of something, which shouldn't be too terribly hard considering we can go up to 414 meters a second, I can warp scramble it, and unless it's stabbed, it's staying in place. And it also has the enduring stasis webifier for while we're doing combat against the bots, because I'm gonna have to be in close anyways with this, so might as well have somebody and keep stuff locked down. Oh, excuse me, guys. But so it has been about 48 hours since our last recording session. That being said, like I said, I'm not gonna bore you guys too long with mining, because that is literally what we got to do today. We're gonna be mining to earn some quick ISK. I've already got some that I mined a little bit last night when I was trying to decide how to get you guys caught up. And I figured just a quick little video about mining. So as it has been 24 hours, what all has changed? Well, effectively, the last skill changes are medium drone operation, long range targeting, which gave us a little bit more targeting range, medium drone operation, Galente cruiser level 2, target management level 3, which gives us more things we can target now, mining frigate level 2, mining frigate level 3, and that's it. The main reason we went up on mining frigate instead of going up on something for combat is to try and speed this process here up. If you are starting out as a career miner and are wanting to build up ISK quickly, get your mining frigate level skills up, your mining skill up, and your mining upgrades. Because the ship right here, like, with these skills, 111 M3 per 60 per 1 miner 1. Now, when you change that to miner 2s, which you'll be able to do on an alpha, we did figure this out. You can do this on an alpha, it just takes time. Okay? Once you change them to miner 2s, the effective M3 mined on these is going to be almost 200 M3 mined per cycle on these. So you'll effectively be doubling it. Now, that's not including if we upgrade our mining laser upgrade, which right now gives us a bonus of 5%. Well, when we upgrade it to the miner laser level 2s, which it won't look like a whole lot, but it does matter, it goes up to 9%. Okay? So keep in mind that while this is not the most glorious job, somebody does have to do it. And not only that, it does enable you to make ISK whenever you want. Like, really, you go out to a belt, you mine, come back in. It's not reliant on combat sites spawning. Like, you'll notice there is one combat site spawned. I could go do it. But the thing... oh, there you can see, now it's gone. That quickly. Somebody else is always jumping on these combat sites. And while, yes, you can run around and you can do them, the thing is, you need to think about ways to have constant ISK gain, right? Constant, sustainable. Now, you can go into market PvP, which is near constant ISK gain as long as you're doing it right. Or you can go into mining. Those are about the only two that I know of that are constant ISK gain. Or production, but production is not guaranteed because you don't always guarantee to have a place to sell. But people always need ores. Like, it's just... that's just the thing. People always need ores. Eve is built upon ores. And
no one wants to do the work.
Yeah, nobody wants to ever do the work. So... ow. So, that's why as a career miner, you will make bang for your buck. Especially once you hit the Omega state. Once you hit Omega state, you can get into the barges and exhumers, and to be honest, getting into an exhumer feels so good. You literally eat these rocks in seconds. Like, let me just look and see how much this is. How much is in these rocks? So I haven't even checked. I'm just here to mine one jet can. Let's see this one here. This one here has 20,000 M3. Or sorry. Brain translate. Has 2,000 M3. And this other one that I'm targeting, let's see, it's just a normal Veldspar, I guess. This one has 6,000 M3, okay? In a strip miner, you can literally eat that in 2 cycles. 2 to 3 cycles. Like that's how amazing strip miners can be once you get them on the right ships and get into the really high class mining stuff. Now, granted, I'm not gonna lie to you and say that that's a quick jaunt. Like, let's just take a look at good old Hulk. Something you could definitely not fly in an alpha account. So, Hulk is a Tech 2 mining barge, okay? But it also uses the Exhumer skill, okay? So to train from right now where we're at to get into an Exhumer, it would take, without stat manipulation, which we haven't even talked about on this, I'm trying to do with just base stats, it would take 115 days. 115 real days. Like, when you really think about it, that's crazy. That is a lot of days. But the payoff for investing that amount of time, if you're doing career mining, is amazing. Like, you won't even believe. Like, I fly an Exhumer on my Omega, and I alone, by myself, can eat one of these belts in, I want to say roughly 5 hours. I'm talking from end to end, excuse the bright sun, but from end to end I can eat a belt solo. Okay, now that is literally just me devouring the belt from one end to the other, and honestly never having anyone else helping me. Now, today's episode, like I said, is just going to be kind of a short one. Mainly just to kind of get you guys caught up, because I know nobody wants to sit and watch mining. It's not glorious. It's not shiny. If you guys do want to watch mining, by all means, let me know. I'll do an entire episode on the mining. But for right now, I'm going to be doing what is known as 1 jet can's worth of mining. Before we go, I will explain that, so we're going to have a little bit more time here. Actually, I guess I could go ahead and do it right now and then just refresh the jet can. Alright, so jet cans last for 2 hours. So what you do is you highlight whatever you're wanting to jettison. So we're just going to do like this. Actually, here, I'll just make this real simple to clean up. Alright, so we'll just highlight the one thing we want to make a jet can out of. We click jettison. Click on general tab, it'll appear. If you've got the setup like I've got going, which is 2 miner 1s and a tractor beam, which, by the way, the tractor beam ran about $1 million. Click on that. Click the tractor beam it. Click open cargo. You now, instead of having only 5,000 M3, you now have 27.5 thousand. Or, yeah, 27.5 thousand M3 that you can store in. Okay? But, suggestion, whenever you're doing this, dump your stuff into, like, name your cargo hold when it's going to expire. And go by eve time, so that you can literally just look and go, oh, so at 1957, my thing's going to expire. So by 1950, I need to pick that up. Oh, hey, look, an orca. Let's take a look at an orca. Hi, orca. So this is somebody probably running an alt with an orca. Because this looks almost exactly like the way I do it. Park your orca basically on top, and then they'll run little boosts and such. However, I do notice they're not boosting, or maybe I just missed their boost.
Maybe they're earning it.
Or maybe they're what?
Earning their boost.
Maybe they're earning their boost. I don't know. Maybe this guy isn't an alt, but considering this one just now got a like, look at that mining range. Like, look at that. It's fucking amazing. That's a coveter, by the way, guys. That tells you how far away you can mine. Like, right now, we have a 10k mining rate. Okay, so they are running boosts. So, yeah, that's a mining thing. Now, if you ever mine with me, and I'm running my orca, I try and get rookies in whenever. Like, literally, whenever I can, I try and get rookies in. For one reason only. Rookies don't have much. They're not going to compromise your mining rigs at all. Like, if, for instance, I can go over there and I can mine alongside that strip miner, and other than slightly messing up his cycles, I'm not going to change how much he makes. I'm just not. He will outmine me all day long, and quite literally, the most I'm going to affect their total mining is 2 million ISK, and they don't care. 2 million ISK, you just kind of chuckle at whenever you've got an Orca and a Covetor. And I do mean that quite literally. You just chuckle at it. Because, in all honesty, they probably make 20 million ISK in the time I get a full cargo hold. So, like, in all honesty, when you think about that, that's nuts. That's just straight up nuts. Now, I do have a question for you guys. Up till now, I have not gone and gotten my alt to fly the Orca out here and boost me and everything like that. Would you guys consider that cheating? Because, you know, you guys aren't going to have an Orca. Like, what's the likelihood of you guys finding an Orca that's willing to boost a Venture? Right?
Other than you.
So, yeah, probably other than me. So, that's where my question comes in. Hello, little Imicus. You are scanning for that wormhole. Which, by the way, guys, if there's only one signature and it hasn't disappeared in probably 30 minutes, assume it's a wormhole. Especially if you've seen probes. Like, if you've seen probes out and about, just assume that that's a wormhole. So, but a big thing to keep in mind, like, if you guys consider that cheating, I won't do it. I absolutely will not. And I have absolutely no complaints against that. If you don't, let me know. Because the thing is, all that does is speed up mining times. So it's just less time invested, to be very honest. It's less time invested because it extends my range and shortens my cycle durations. So instead of being 60-second cycle durations at 10k, it would be 35-second durations at 25k, I believe. It's either 25 or 20k. So I can mine farther and a little faster.
Also, the end result would be you getting to something they're more interested in than watching you mine.
Yes, that is very true. Like the wife said, it technically would be me getting to something faster that you guys would want to see, in roughly half the time. Because I know you guys are more interested in the combat and such. And like I said, I know mining is, it's not pretty. I mean, I'm shooting a rock with a laser. The reason I run a career miner on my other account is honestly because I do it for the social aspect. I sit and communicate with people while I'm doing that. Like, for instance, my friend that's just recently started, we're going to be actually RPing together. And you may see some of that on the stream, is our little bit of RPs. She's a new capsuleer, and as such, will be joining our corporation and doesn't know what she's doing. And then when she blows up, we're going to try and explain to her why she blew up. And in all honesty, I think that would be freaking hilarious, especially if I can catch her blowing up on camera. If I can catch her blowing up on camera, that would be so much fun. So.
And she's gonna watch this, you know.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure she would probably agree, being able to see herself blow up. Considering I've already guaranteed her I'll replace her ships. Yeah, that's another thing, guys. On the alt account for my friend, since it's her first time ever playing anything even similar to this, and I kind of goaded her into playing, I have told her that if she loses ships, I will replace them, up to a certain point, obviously. So this is what I really want to show you guys. Notice how I'm getting up almost to the 5,000 mark. Well, when you get to the 5,000 mark, these can't pull any more ore, okay? So effectively, what you want to try and do is watch when it gets to roughly 4,700, which I believe will take you, just off the top of my head, 25 minutes. Well, I mean, it's been about 19 now, and I've been recording since we started. So give or take 20 minutes. Little, give it 1 or 2 minute variance depending on your skill levels. But once you get up to about that range, you want to do a jettison of the ores and put them in a jet can and label said jet can. So yeah, that's got us up at 4,666. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click, I'm going to jettison. So now there's a cargo container. I'm going to target lock it. I'm going to move it about down here to the front, to the back, because you do have to have it target locked to be able to tractor beam it. Then we're going to open it. We're going to right click it. We're going to set the name SC, and then we're going to give it a time. It just turned over to 1804, so we're going to be talking about 20. I'm just going to say 00, so I know that I have to pick it up for them. That gives you a 4-minute clearance to be able to come and pick it up. But now look at this. I have 27,000 M3 that I can now store ore in. And because it's tractor beamed, even if I move, are you guys warping out? Like, is that what's going on? No, you're definitely not warping out because, like, you wouldn't still have your drones out. I wonder why the Coveter left. I don't know. That's a curious fact. But do let me know in the comments below if you guys are okay with me using the Orca. If you are not, that is totally okay. We will continue to strive forward. I am going to earn enough ISK to get our Vexor so that we can get back out into LowSec. But this is just a quick catch-up for you guys. The last 2 days I've just not been in a spot where I could record, and I'm sorry, guys. Because I know there's been a lot of people watching, and I really appreciate that. We actually were looking and we noticed that this is officially my most watched series ever. So much hearts to everybody who's been watching. This is going to end it for the episode, and we'll see you guys in the next one.